The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Sonic Web Studios specializes in custom web design, app development, social networking, search engine optimization, domain registration, email marketing, online stores, and more. Since our birth, we have been designing and developing immaculate websites and providing web solutions which are a cut above the rest. As a leading web designing enterprise, we have a team of extremely talented web designers who are well-focused and have the experience of working on multiple web developing platforms such as PHP, Magento, custom WordPress, and more. Sonic Web Studios has been helping businesses of all kinds, whether big, small, established, or startup, impress their audiences with exemplary web solutions. We don't just create beautiful and functional websites. We give you a complete online solution with the main goal of enhancing your yearly revenues. We aim to give your business the online exposure and brand acknowledgement that will help you in achieving increased conversions leading to profitable sales. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Hey everybody, it's Mike from The Mike Wagner Show. It's time to give a shout out to our official sponsor of The Mike Wagner Show, international award-winning author Mian Mohsen Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, then you'll love Missing by Mian Mohsen Zia. Available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. It takes place in 4 countries with 2 strangers and 1 target where truth is an illusion and those you love will be the first to go missing. It's available in paperback and ebook on Amazon. Missing by Mian Mohsen Zia has garnered great reviews and is even loved by Hollywood celebrities, including Joanna Cassidy, Forbes Riley, and many others. So grab your copy today. Order Missing by Mian Mohsen Zia, now available at Amazon.
It's now time for the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, YouTube, iTunes, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and the MikeWagnerShow.com. Mike brings you great guests and interesting people from all across the globe. So sit back, relax, and enjoy another great episode of the Mike Wagner Show.
Hey everybody, it's Mike from The Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Looking at a professional website without breaking your budget? Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show, get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios, take your image to the next level. Also, time to give an official shout out to our official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international award-winning author Mian Mohsen Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, you'll love Missing by Mian Mohsen Zia, available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. Takes place in 4 countries, 2 strangers and 1 target, where truth is an illusion and those you love be the first to go missing. It's available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing by Mian Mohsen Zia has garnered great reviews and even loved and endorsed by Hollywood celebrities, including Joanna Cassidy, Forbes Riley, and many others. So grab your copy today before it goes missing by Mian Mohsen Zia, available on Amazon. Also, the Mike Wagner Show can be heard on the MikeWagnerShow.com. You can check our Facebook page at facebook.com/the Mike Wagner Show. You can download and listen on Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also on Anchor FM, iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, Audible, and Apple. Coming soon to Podbean, Buzzsprout, Pandora, and TuneIn, and heard worldwide on Geo7, Radio Public, Himalaya, and more. Take the Mike Wagner Show on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel, and follow the Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today. And for great gift ideas like t-shirts, pop sockets, hoodies, throw pillows, tote bags, and more, year round you can give their great gifts. Makes them great for family ones. Go to Amazon.com and check out the Mike Wagner Show podcast, coming soon to the MikeWagnerShow.com. And for more great gift ideas, including phone cases, hoodies, pop sockets, and a lot more, and great books by Mian Mohsen Zia, go to Amazon.com store and check out the Mian Mohsen Zia store for great books like Missing, Once, Wrinkles, and more. Just go to Amazon.com/Mian Mohsen Zia. Make sure you order those today, and also support us on the Anchor FM as well, too, at Anchor FM/support, and also support us on PayPal at The Mike Wagner Show, and also kindly give generously to themikewagnershow.com and make sure you do so today. We're here with a terrific lady who's a successful business owner and the founder of JessO'Connell.com after her husband lost her job in 2018 and going on government assistance. And she'll tell you about the story about that. And of course, her first month had about $1,500 and end up making $10,000 and helps clients make and launch their ventures and also holds a bachelor's in earth science degree from the University of Northern Colorado and also explain some of the principles why one size doesn't fit all and, having a little spaghetti too. We'll talk about that. Before we talk about food, and ladies and gentlemen, live from the Plus Studios in beautiful Denver, Colorado, the very, very successful business owner of JessO'Connell.com, Jess O'Connell. Jess, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me. And what a great introduction.
Yes, that's right. And of course, I'm hungry for spaghetti too, but of course, this will be a different type. We'll talk more about that. And of course, you start up JessO'Connell.com after your husband lost his job in 2018. You had to go on government assistance. And of course, you had a great rags to riches story. And you also founded this where your first month you made $1,500. You went to $10K. We'll have you tell about that. And you also help clients make money in their ventures. We'll have you talk about it as well too. You also hold a bachelor's degree in earth science from University of Northern Colorado. And of course, you also have a special emphasis on why you're successful. And, there's a spaghetti version of it. We'll talk about that. And before we get into all that, Jess, tell us how I first got started.
Yeah, thank you so much. So I've always been a little bit entrepreneurial. My father's an entrepreneur. It kind of runs in our family. But I wasn't working. I was a stay-at-home mom when my husband lost his job in 2018. We had just had our baby, our second daughter. She was about 3 months old when this happened. And I remember having a 3-year-old and a 3-month-old and my husband texting saying, "Don't be mad." And I was like, "I'm not mad. What's up?" He said, "Come outside." And that was when I knew what happened. And I said to him as he was sitting in the car crying about what had happened, I think this is the best thing that'll ever happen to us. Mm-hmm. And it was really weird, but I just knew it. Like I had this incredible calm about me and I knew that things were being realigned in our best interest at that moment. Mm-hmm. And so we went, go ahead.
No, okay. I was going to ask you before we continued, what did your husband do before he got laid off?
He used to work at a title company. So when you buy a house, they do title insurance. So when the housing market was all over the place, he was sent home.
Okay. I thought it might have been in 2008 or something, the big crash, but go ahead and continue your story.
Yeah, absolutely. So he was laid off and we were trying to figure out what we were going to do. Like I said, I was a stay-at-home mom and I knew that I had something bigger in me. I had a little direct sales business on the side that was doing okay, but it just wasn't enough to sustain our family. So we had to get on Medicaid. We got on mortgage assistance so we wouldn't lose our house. And we had to figure out what the next steps were. And so I had seen somebody else with an online business selling an online course. And I thought maybe I can do that too. And so I took something that I was already good at, which happened to be marketing my direct sales business. And I packaged that into a little offer and sent it out into the world. And I made, like you said, $1,500 in my first month. And that was really this aha, maybe this is something I'm actually good at. So I did it again and again. And I ultimately built an online following and grew my online business. And in 2019, my first year in business, I made $100,000. Nice. And in that time, I was able to bring my husband back from driving Uber because that's what he was doing in the interim. And before the pandemic hit, he was able to become a full-time dad and I was able to go full-time in my business.
Wow, that is amazing. And what was that one precise moment that simply influenced you into marketing? Like I see you've been in direct sales. And what was that one moment that simply said, this is what I'm going to do? And what other ventures have you gotten into?
Yeah, I always had a knack for growing an online following. Back in 2013, when blogging was really big, I had a very successful blog and that really kind of steered into the direct sales business. And then that's really where I got my chops in online marketing. And so I was good at growing audiences. I was good at solving people's problems. And that's when I thought, maybe this is something that I'm good at and I can show other people how to do. And through launching that online course and growing it to $100,000, $100,000, I started to realize that that's something that not a lot of people are great at either. And so I actually pivoted my business in the beginning of 2020 to really helping people take the thing that they're good at and sell it online. And that's how I became a launch coach, which is what I do now. And so I help people who have an expertise create an online digital product and sell it to their audiences.
And when you talk about a thing that they are pretty much what they have in expertise, what are some of the examples like expertise that you take, like say, you know, I'm good at this, I'm good at that. It's like, what are some of the examples of the expertise that they have brought to you and you basically just help them along?
Yeah, absolutely. So one of my clients is a personal stylist. And what she does is she helps other personal stylists grow their businesses. So she helps them create like a personal stylist package and sell to higher ticket clients. And so she's somebody who I helped create and launch her course for stylists. Another example is a dog groomer. I have a client who is a celebrity dog groomer. She actually has a show on HBO Max.
Oh, wow.
And she teaches people how to, like other groomers, how to like groom in her style and grow their grooming business.
So in other words, like say for a hairstylist and a dog groomer, that you basically tailor a package like this is how to be a hairstylist. This is how to be a dog groomer. This is how to be a cook, or this is how to be a real estate agent. You just take all that, like put the bits and pieces together, history and everything, you put in a package and you give it to them and they turn around and sell to others, or they can say, you know, hey, this is what you can do, or let me help you be a better dog groomer or a better hairstylist or a better real estate agent or anything like that.
Yeah, absolutely. So I help people take what they do so naturally and turn it into something that they can help other people do.
That is amazing. We'll talk more about Jess O'Connell and more on her success story in just a minute. But first, listen to The Mike Wagner Show, themikewagnershow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Looking at a professional website without breaking your budget? Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention The Mike Wagner Show. Get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios, take your image to the next level. Also, time to give official shout out to our official sponsor of The Mike Wagner Show, international warring author Mia Molson Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, you'll love Missing by Mia Molson Zia, available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. Takes place in 4 countries, 2 strangers, 1 target, where truth is an illusion and those you love be the first to go missing. It's available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing by Mia Molson Zia has garnered great reviews and even loved and enjoyed by Hollywood celebrities, including Joanna Cassidy, Forbes Riley, and many others. So grab your copy today before it goes missing by Mia Molson Zia, available on Amazon. Also, The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on themikewagnershow.com. You can check our Facebook page at facebook.com/The Mike Wagner Show. You can download and listen on Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also on Anchor FM, iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, Audible, and Apple. Coming soon to Podbean, Buzzsprout, Pandora, and TuneIn, and heard worldwide on Geo7, Radio Public, Himalaya, and more. Take The Mike Wagner Show on any mobile device. Subscribe to The Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel, and follow The Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today. And for great gift ideas, including t-shirts, pop sockets, hoodies, throw pillows, tote bags, and more. Great gift ideas for clients, friends, family members, and more, and even for your pet. Go to Amazon.com and check out The Mike Wagner Show podcast. And for more great gift ideas, including hoodies, as well as some phone cases, t-shirts, and a lot more, go to Amazon.com/Mia Molson Zia, and also check out his books like Missing, Ones, Wrinkles, and more. Go to Amazon.com/The Mia Molson Zia store. Make sure you order today, and don't forget to support The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com. You can also give generously at Anchor FM/support and PayPal at The Mike Wagner Show. Make sure you do so today. We're here with the successful owner of Jess O'Connell here on The Mike Wagner Show, which is JessO'Connell.com. And tell us more about JessO'Connell.com and how you got started.
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the things that you had mentioned when we were chatting was about the whole spaghetti concept. And what I talk about with that is that when a lot of people are marketing their business, whether it's an online business or not, they tend to kind of throw things at the wall and see what sticks. There's not a lot of strategy behind it. Mm-hmm. And one of the most important things with marketing is having a really aligned plan. And so that's what I teach my clients how to do, how to not just try stuff and throw it at the wall, but really create a strategy and track the data behind it so that they can learn from what they're doing and twist and tweak it until they find a strategy that works for them.
And how does this aligned marketing work as well, too? Spaghetti, you just take it, throw it against the wall, which I'm sure is probably not tasty right now. And if it was bad spaghetti, it'll probably have been that wall or somewhere. Just throw it back there. So so tell more about specifically the aligned marketing, like an example, say for you talked about with the hairstylist, the celebrity dog groomer, or say a real estate agent, or say somebody collects pet rocks or something. So, take for example, like a hairstylist. It's like, how does this aligned marketing apply?
Yeah, absolutely. So right now we live in a world where social media marketing is very important. And if you're not marketing your business on social media, then you're probably not getting in front of your ideal clients. And so what I teach people how to do is to grow what I call an aligned following that has a really clear direction to where they're going. When you think about marketing your business, you think about where you want people to end up, but you don't often think about where people are starting. And so we start attracting random people, hoping that they'll eventually make it to the end of the road, which is purchasing from us. But if you're not starting at the top of the road with the end in mind, then you're not going to get the right people. And so really thinking about how can you show up in the broadest sense with your marketing, like on social media, or if you're running ads, and how can you get the right people into the top of your roadmap all to get them all the way to the bottom. And so that's what I mean by aligned marketing. So if you are, for example, a personal stylist, you would want to attract the right people that you want to work with. If you help women dress for work, you're not going to create content for men who like to play football, right? That's not aligned. And so by really focusing on how can I create content and how can I create marketing that attracts the right person who will ultimately want to buy from me, that's how you create that plan. And so no matter if you're a real estate agent or a personal stylist, really thinking who is the right person that I want to make it to the bottom of this? And what are the things that I can talk about, share about, teach about that will attract the right person with my marketing, with my content that will eventually be the right person to purchase from me.
And there's also a one size does not fit all category where it's most people say one size does fit all when it comes to marketing. And I've seen this before too, where it's like, you follow this plan, follow that plan, it'll be successful. But in your case, one size does not fit all. And tell us why.
Exactly. Not all of us are built the same, right? We don't run our businesses the same. Most of us don't like the same foods. And so why would we be able to follow a marketing plan that's the exact same way? For example, if your ideal client is not on Facebook, you probably should not be doing Facebook, right? And so one of my favorite quotes that I've heard is that you never see Lamborghini advertising on TV. And the reason why is because Lamborghini's ideal client doesn't watch TV.
True.
And so really thinking about who your ideal client is, where are they showing up, what are they interested in seeing when they're online, and really tailoring your marketing plan to where you shine and where your ideal client is, and getting out of this idea of a one size fits all and figuring out how to do it in the way that aligns to you and your ideal client.
That's rather interesting. And of course, explain the 5 reasons others aren't converting or connecting. You listed the 5 reasons in your marketing plan. So give us some of those.
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the reasons why your offer isn't converting is because you haven't gotten in front of the right person, right? I love the quote that's like, you could be the juiciest peach, but there are still people who hate peaches.
That's
and
true.
So it doesn't matter how good your offer is if you're not getting it in front of the right people. So really trying to figure out where those people are and how you can show them that you can solve their problem is going to be the most effective way to convert your offers. Another great way is that another reason why your offers aren't converting is that they just don't know you well enough yet. That would be like on a dating app, somebody saying, yeah, I'm interested. And then you replying with like, marry me. Like, whoa.
Oh, yeah. I've seen those before. Nigerian scams. And
yes.
It's like, give me $1 million and I'll give you happiness. And next thing you know it, bye-bye.
Exactly. And you don't want to do that with your marketing, right? A lot of times we're so focused on what we want, which is the sale at the end, that we forget that like there's a whole journey involved. Your ideal client needs to trust you. They need to see you as an authority. They need to see that you can actually solve their problem before they're going to buy from you. And you need to pay attention to that before you make your sales pitch. And that's why cold pitching just doesn't work anymore. People need to know and trust you before they're going to say yes to you.
And explain why cold pitching doesn't work in today's society in particular, because cold pitching was pretty much, effective back in the day until now. Explain why it doesn't work that way anymore.
Well, the market's a lot more saturated these days, right? They can get the same thing from a lot of different people. And so we don't purchase now the same way that we used to. Back in the day when cold pitching worked, it was like, hey, you have a problem, I can solve it. And that was enough for it to go. But now there's market sophistication. There's a lot of people who can solve your problem and in a lot of different ways. And so you have to show why you stand out and why what you do is different. So for an example of a real estate agent, there are lots of other real estate agents. So what makes you special? What are the credentials that are going to make me choose you over another real estate agent? And how can you give me that edge? What does your ideal client want that you can then prove to them that you can get them? Is it that they don't want to stage their house, so you help them do that? Maybe you specifically work with people who can sell their homes without staging. Or maybe you work with people who are trying to get into a certain kind of house or a certain area. So really think about the things that you want to specialize in. And instead of being a generalist, really focus on being a specialist at something. And then you'll be able to solve people's problems in a way more efficient way.
And I remember back in the day with marketing, you had to have a USP, which is a unique selling point. And nowadays you have to have more than one, like 2, 3, 5, 700 fold of USP.
Yeah, I definitely think that the USP is very important. And it's also trust, though. Like, it's not so much to say like, hey, I do this differently and that's what makes me unique. It's also backing that up, having that credibility and building that trust with that customer before they're going to say yes to you. And so there is a little bit more of a relationship and connection component to it. It isn't just, hey, this person seems like the best. Let me look in the white pages and pick plumbers that start with A, like there's a little bit of brand recognition and authority in that when it comes to making those decisions. And
what are some of the other factors involved too, when it comes to marketing that, we don't know about, and compared to what happened, like say 10, 20, 30 years ago, what else?
Yeah, I think that online marketing is something that a lot of people who are not currently online are really starting to realize is a big deal, right? I think that for a while we could ignore it and be like, oh, social media, silly, like that's just for the kids. But more and more now, being on social media, marketing yourself with ads, being in front of people is how people make purchasing decisions. If somebody saw your content on social media, but they didn't see your competitors, they're probably going to be more likely to buy with you because they know your brand. They recognize your values. They see the things that you are willing to contribute to them, and they are going to be willing to invest in you in the return because of that.
And of course, you talk about, having a stand out and everything. And how do you stand out from the crowd?
Yeah, absolutely. So I stand out because I believe in treating your business like a scientist and really getting curious instead of looking at it as a right or wrong answer. That's one of the biggest mistakes that people make with their marketing is they try something and then they're like, nope, that's not for me. And they go on to something else like that throwing spaghetti at the wall thing. And instead, I recommend putting on your goggles, treating your business like a scientist, and looking at everything as an experiment. I'm going to try this. I'm going to examine the data, see what happened. I'm going to see what I can learn from that and implement it into my next strategy and build on that. I like to use the analogy of curing cancer. Granted, none of us are probably doing that with our business, but when you set out to cure cancer, it's not like you try one thing and you say, nope, this doesn't work. I'm done trying to cure cancer, right? You set out to market your business and you say, okay, what can I learn from that experiment? That didn't really get me where I wanted in the long run, but what can I learn from that and try something new? So I help people get out of that mindset of black or white and really get into the mindset of trying new things, experimenting, and figuring out what works best for them.
That's interesting. I think I'll do that next time. Have spaghetti with a scientist. I like that.
Yes, absolutely.
And where can we find your website at, and how do people contact you?
Yeah, go to jessoconnell.com to find me online. I'm also on Instagram at jess.o'connell_. And I also have a podcast called the Launch Fix Podcast.
Oh, that's interesting. We'll talk more about the podcast and what's coming up in 2021 for Jess in just 1 minute. You listen to The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com, powered by SonicWeb Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Also brought to you by our official sponsor, The Mike Wagner Show, international award-winning author Mia Molson Z of Missing, available on Amazon and paperback and ebook. We'll be back with the owner of JessO'Connell.com, Jess O'Connell, after this time out.
The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Hey everybody, my name is Forbes Riley, and I'm an American actress and a TV host. And I was delighted when I got my copy of Missing, which is Extraordinary Relation of Ordinary People based on a real life relationship. It's well written. It's amazing. You know, it talks about a man who has lost his wife and his daughter, and it's very well done. I'm going to highly recommend that you go get your copy of Missing. It is a powerful, exciting read. Mr. Mian Moshe Zia. He is the author of Missing. And I want to give a big shout out and a kiss all the way halfway around the world to my dear friend. Check him out at Mia's website. It's called www.miamoshenzea.com. Missing, available on Amazon. Again, I'm Forbes Riley, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.
Hey everybody, it's Mike from The Mike Wagner Show. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on over 30 podcast platforms, including Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Anchor FM, iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, Audible, Apple, and more. Coming soon to Podbean, Buzzsprout, Pandora, and TuneIn, where The Mike Wagner Show interviews great guests, cool conversation, lots of laughs, coffee, and more. Take The Mike Wagner Show on any mobile device, subscribe to The Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel, and follow The Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today.
Hey, this is Ray Powers. And if there's one thing you can count on in these unpredictable times, it's that you're in good hands getting some great radio, courtesy of The Mike Wagner Show.
We'll be back with entrepreneur, the amazing Jess O'Connell from JessO'Connell.com here on the Mike Wagner Show. And she told us about how you can succeed in marketing and some of the tips and just a lot of great great ideas. And love to have you back as well, too. And of course, before we talk about what's coming up in 2021 for you, tell us more about the podcast that you've got right now.
Yeah, absolutely. I launched my podcast back in December, and it's called the Launch Fix Podcast. And it teaches people how to launch and how to market their digital products online. And it's really fun. I talk about the mindset of a scientist, and I give people a little bit more insight into practical strategies and tips on how to grow their business. That's
amazing. Where can we find you? Where can we find your podcast at?
I believe, everywhere that podcasts are at. So iTunes, Spotify, and if you go to the launchfixpodcast.com, there's a whole directory of all the places you can listen.
And we certainly will tune in as well, too, Jess. And what can we expect from you in 2021 and beyond?
Yeah, absolutely. So this year I am launching a new lab. And so it's called the Aligned Launch Lab. And I'm inviting people to join me for a full year and put on their science hat and really dig into the data and the numbers in their business. So we're going to get experimental, try new marketing strategies, but having that support and accountability with somebody who's been there, done that, to really direct you where to go so you can perfect the marketing strategy that works best for you and your business so that you can scale.
And have some spaghetti afterwards with the scientists.
Exactly.
And who do you consider your biggest influence in the career, Jess?
Oh man, my biggest influence in my career. This is a weird answer, but maybe my kids. I think that I know I do everything that I do so that I can spend more time with them. And I want to help other people create freedom in their life so they can spend more time with their kids too. Mm-hmm. So they greatly influence the decisions that I make in my business.
I think that's best influence of all. That's been the best answer I got. I mean, your kids' influence is amazing. And what's the best advice you can give to anybody at this point?
Oh man, don't look at things as right or wrong. Look at them as an experiment. And when you start to shift your mindset from getting it right or not, and really looking at what can I learn from this and how can I grow? That's when things will change.
That is so amazing. And we're here with Jess from JessO'Connell.com here on the Mike Wagner Show. Jess, a very big thank you for your time. You've been absolutely fantastic. Learned a lot from you. Looking forward to having you again soon. Just make sure you keep us up to date. Don't forget to come back in 2020 and beyond. Don't forget to keep in touch. Once again, tell us about your upcoming projects, what's your website, how do people contact you, and where can people come to you, check you out, your podcast, or if they got any questions.
Yeah, you can find me at JessO'Connell.com or on Instagram at Jess.O'Connell_. And you can listen to the podcast, The Launch Fix, at anywhere that podcasts are. And you go to the launchfixpodcast.com.
We certainly do. So once again, Jess, a very big thank you for your time. You've been absolutely fantastic. Looking forward to having you again soon. Do us a favor, keep us up to date. Love you back on in 2021 and beyond. And don't forget to keep in touch. And you've been absolutely terrific. And don't forget to bring some scientists, and we'll do it again soon.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me.
Hey everybody, my name is Forbes Riley, and I'm an American actress and a TV host. And I was delighted when I got my copy of Missing, which is Extraordinary Relation of Ordinary People based on a real life relationship. It's well written. It's amazing. You know, it talks about a man who has lost his wife and his daughter, and it's very well done. I'm going to highly recommend that you go get your copy of Missing. It is a powerful, exciting read. Mr. Mian Moshe Zia. He is the author of Missing. And I want to give a big shout out and a kiss all the way halfway around the world to my dear friend. Check him out at Mia's website. It's called www.miamoshenzea.com. Missing, available on Amazon. Again, I'm Forbes Riley, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.
The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Sonic Web Studios specializes in custom web design, app development, social networking, search engine optimization, domain registration, email marketing, online stores, and more. Since our birth, we have been designing and developing immaculate websites and providing web solutions which are a cut above the rest. As a leading web designing enterprise, we have a team of extremely talented web designers who are well-focused and have the experience of working on multiple web developing platforms such as PHP, Magento, Custom WordPress, and more. Sonic Web Studios has been helping businesses of all kinds, whether big, small, established, or startup, impress their audiences with exemplary web solutions. We don't just create beautiful and functional websites. We give you a complete online solution with the main goal of enhancing your yearly revenues. We aim to give your business the online exposure and brand acknowledgement that will help you in achieving increased conversions leading to profitable sales. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Thanks for listening to the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, iTunes, YouTube, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and themikewagnershow.com. Please support our program with your donations at themikewagnershow.com. Join us again next time for another great episode of The Mike Wagner Show.